what do you attribute this incessant selling to? Some people have said that some of the money had moved to the primary markets all through 2021. So it was sold from the secondary, moved into primary, but 2022 has been no different in terms of the kind of selling. So what explains this incessant selling with us all through the last 9 or 10 or 11 months?
So I think it's very clear that India still receives large part of the fund being part of emerging market basket. India is within the international investing community is not seen as a standalone market where you will see very few funds investing into India as a standalone asset class or a destination. So whatever flows we receive as a part of the basket. So ever since the talk of Fed rate hike or liquidity withdrawn has started happening, it's a very natural to say that there's a emerging market money that has to be pulled out because emerging markets will be the most impacted when the Fed tightens. Right now, so when emerging markets are going, if money will also go from India because India is part of that basket. But it's very clear that even if this time around, if you just look at commonsensically that if the Fed withdraws, India will not have that kind of impact because India does not need money from India's current account deficit is almost close to zero or getting towards getting towards being equal in next few years. So India does not need today. India's dependence on foreign flows is very, very limited. On the top of it, we have a strong FDI. So it's a very basic thing, Neeraj, that when you need money, nobody gives you. But when you don't need money, everybody ends up giving you, right? And that's what is happening. That today India is one of the most promising destinations. So FDI flows are very, very strong. Every day we hear and money is coming through. So these portfolio flows can be very volatile. And I see a situation where in few years, it could be 3 years, it could be 5 years, when a lot of India dedicated funds of a very large size, from international geographies would come, and they will, I think, become very, very large. And that's where I think stability on the flows would be there. But one cannot totally rely on FI flows. In my opinion, what is the most reliable flow is our domestic flows. We are getting such a solid flow coming through from our SIP flows, which is a very, very. Could you imagine FI pulling out more than 1 lakh crore and Indian markets not having any impact? This is a very great change, and this is what in my opinion, New India story is all about.